Good evening. Yes, it's 11:11 p.m. It's Saturday night, September 3rd. A little bit more time left, less than an hour left in the day, and then it will be the final day of the fifth night in this ninth wave. The fifth night is characterized by destruction. And yet, throughout the ninth wave, or I should say throughout the fifth night, I have not felt destruction. For me, I feel much more faith than doubt, which is what I titled the talk for now. Before I read the blurb, though, I'm going to just tell you why I'm doing it tonight and what's been happening this evening. I had the opportunity because the New Way, where I'm speaking tomorrow, Melanie's been busy uploading videos, and there's no limitation on them. So I've been watching Sue talk and listening to music and feeling that wonderful energy that the pod generates every week as we do our pod celebration, or what we call our pod party. And it's like I'm feeling Sunday on Saturday night. And then after spending some time, a couple of hours, watching the YouTube videos that are posted on the New Way channel, I went out and I sat in the atrium and just reflected on where I am, what this year has brought, and what I see coming ahead. And as I said, I feel much more faith than doubt. And no, I haven't had any alcohol, and nothing other than water to drink tonight, unlike the last time I did a night video, which I still chuckle about when I think of it. I had somebody say, "I bet you lost a lot of a lot of viewers when you did that." And some people, I'm sure, would think that, and maybe I did lose some. But I don't worry about such things anymore. People are going to be where they're going to be, just as I am where I am. But anyway, let me read the blurb that I wrote. 2011 in this ninth wave has been phenomenal for me. Yes, I've had some challenges like everyone else, and I still do. Yet my spirit is uplifted and my vision is on the great good that is already here energetically. Can you feel it? I mean, can you see beyond the collapsing old paradigm and catch a glimpse at least of what is coming very soon? It's like sometimes I have two little angels, or maybe you could say a demon and an angel sitting on my shoulders. And the demon is trying to get me to look back at all the things that have gone wrong in my life and all the things that are going wrong in the world, perhaps. And if I listen, I could get depressed pretty easily, I suppose. But if I listen to the angel on the other side that's giving me glimpses of what's lying ahead of us, what's just over the threshold from where we are right now, I can only be uplifted. And that's where I've been most of this year. Even at the time when I thought I was going to lose my home back in May and early June, even that struggle, there's been throughout this thing an assurance that somehow everything is going to be good. Everything is good. I wrote at the end of 2010 that 2011 would be a year of massive visible changes. And that was what I felt was the promise that was given to me by Spirit And so I've passed it on. So in a sense, I have promised that this is going to be a year that we're going to see changes. And as I reflected back over this year, just in the past few months, there's been some really good decisions by courts that reaffirm people's constitutional rights, which is the opposite direction the New World Order wanted to go. And yet, courts in the de facto system are making some very good decisions. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't bad decisions being made every day. There certainly are. But there's good decisions being made at highest levels, especially that Supreme Court decision, which is, to me, that's the cornerstone of every legal action that I'll take from here on out. That's the centerpiece of what I do, and I'm going to do anytime that I'm working with the system. I'm reaffirming, as the court reaffirmed the rights that are inherent for all of us, I'm reaffirming that in my personal life and in my dealings with those in the system, and acting with love, even toward those that it's difficult to act with love towards, because I know these are roles that we're playing. And I know that as this old world system collapses, and I really think that much of the earth changes is actually systemic changes in the way the world operates, even more so than cataclysmic physical, geological changes and astronomical events. I think that the real change is in the consciousness of humanity, because that's what I'm feeling in my consciousness, and that's what I get back as I put that out, and as I've been putting it out all year long. I'm getting that coming back to me from you, from each of you that listen and take time to write and share. I want you to know how very much I appreciate each one of you that supports what I'm doing and shares. When you're inspired, you share my inspiring message with your friends. And I don't know, it's approaching 2,000 Facebook friends and probably getting up near 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. I didn't anticipate this, and I didn't do it. I mean, I've just faithfully done what Spirit gave me to do. And the response has been phenomenal to me. Far from destruction, I feel more assured, more loved of myself and of others than I've ever felt in my entire life. I mean, I've been on this spiritual path for a long time, and I've had some really high experiences, some mountaintop experiences where I really felt connected and really, really good. But I've been through the dark night of the soul over and over and over again in my life, where I didn't have a lot of faith, where sometimes I didn't even have any hope or very much hope, and the doubt loomed like a huge Mount Everest before me. Something has shifted in me, and I sense that it has shifted in the entire world. Each of you is evidence of that to me in my life. Each of you that takes time, especially those of you that take time to listen day in and day out, or at least a few times a week, faithfully. I mean, this means so much to me, because I know that I'm contributing my small part in helping people awaken and be encouraged in their awakening. I have so much gratitude and so much love for each of you and for what God is doing in my life. I'm just really, really feeling thankful and very peaceful. And I want you to Feel that peace if you possibly can. If I could give it to you, I would just take and hand it to you and let you receive it. But I know that you have to work through whatever issues you're working through, because that's how it works. Nobody in the spiritual path can do anything for anybody else. Except, we can encourage each other. We can show appreciation and whatnot. We can share our experience with others and help lift them up to the best of our ability. But in the final analysis, each person is responsible for their own life and their own actions and reactions. Nobody can give you peace. It's a gift you have to give yourself. And it comes from the Christ or the divine part of you that's in you. And that's one of the things that happened for me this year. I have a stronger sense of identity and interconnectedness with Spirit than I've ever had over a more sustained period of time. As I said, I've had mountaintop experiences in the past. But this year has just been absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And I'm so grateful. This may not sound like much. It doesn't feel exciting to me. It feels just gentle and peaceful and loving and calm, because that's where my soul is right now. I trust that that you will allow your soul to find that place within yourself. It's not in the world yet, although it's getting there. It's increasing. That energy of peace is increasing in the world. But you've got to find it in yourself first. And I encourage you to do that. Because if you look, you will find it. If you seek it, it's right there. Just ask. Just ask. Never has there been a time in the history of humanity when the veil has been so thin between heaven and earth. It's here for each of us. The Holy Spirit is working in each of us and in the entire world, across the planet, in every religion and every country. As the old collapses, find the peace. Dwell in that secret place of the Most High. It's in you. You are the temple of God. You. You are the son and the daughter of the living God. You are. Know that about yourself, and that you are always loved. And you always have been, regardless of the little demon sitting on your left shoulder sometimes. Regardless of the mistakes you've made, every one of them can turn out to be beautiful. It's all perspective. And we have the opportunity to raise our perspective, to raise our sights, and to see what's coming. And as we see what's coming, we create it. I love you, and I thank you for your support. And we're just about ready to enter into the final day of this fifth night in the ninth wave. This is a paradigm shift, higher energy, an outpouring of love like never before. Namaste. Thank you.